Welcome into the boxing scene. Today's studios, big card, December 18th, right here, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. One of the fights we're looking forward to, of course, the return of Ramón Cárdenas. Jimmy Smith in studio alongside the champs, Chris Algieri, Paulie Malignaggi. We have Ramón Cárdenas himself ready to talk to us about his upcoming fight. First off, man, I know you're in the middle of camp, man. What are you doing right now? How did we catch you, buddy? Getting wrapped up right now, gentlemen.
Getting ready to stop sparring. Basically, today's the last day of sparring, and I'm pretty excited for that.
How has camp been going, man? Anything different this time around since the Inoue fight? Have things changed?
I mean, yeah, change of scenery, change of as funny as it sounds, well, not funny, but I got a new team. I got a new coach, new coaches around me, and everything's been good. What I'm saying, working on mistakes that I've been doing throughout the years, not so much just the last 3, 4 fights. It's been years of mistakes, and we're finally fixing them, and I'm pretty excited for that.
Ramon, a lot of times there's different parts of a decision making come into play when you change teams. What was the thinking process behind the change of team?
I mean, for me, it was just understanding that sometimes things just kind of you just have to have a change of scene. You know what I mean? I realized a lot in my last fight. I realized the things that I could have done probably a little bit better. I'm not, blaming anybody on the things that I because at the end of the day I fight, right? And so I realized there's a lot of mistakes that I did, and I just wanted to fix them, and maybe getting a new fresh set of eyes that could do that for me was what I needed at this point in my career. Because now it's like I told you guys from the get go, with ProBox, you don't take no easy fights, and for me it was just mainly going out there and just keep proving that I'm one of the best in the world. And I think this change of scenery for me, it's been good, so very good so far.
I've champ. I've taken some. I've switched coaches before in some of my big fights and went right into camp. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to gel. Whether it's just the way that they coach, the coaching style, the training camp, you're changing locations. How has it been in the transition? Because listen, at the end of the day, you're still fighting on ProBox TV, and every fight here is tough. So how has that been?
It's been natural. It's been natural. Nothing's been like when you have to get, it's like when you go out when you go out with a girl, right? And the first couple of dates are always like those dates that are kind of like, you don't really you're nervous and all that stuff. But for me, from the first day, you can watch my blogs on YouTube. I blogged the first day, and everything was so natural. Everything was so natural, and it just felt like it felt right. You know what I'm saying? Like the missing piece of the puzzle was there, and so far, so everything's been good. We were sparring some of the best fighters in the world, and I'm just excited to show everybody, what I've been working on this fight.
What did you learn from not just the fight with Noe Inoue, but the media attention? Everybody has had eyeballs on you. It's a very, very big fight in a very, very big venue. How does that make you better, both in and out of the ring?
I mean, it just showed me, and it showed me something that you can't really teach, and that's being ready for the moment. Polly and Chris have been there, where it's sometimes it's not so much the fight, right? The fight's one thing because you can fight anywhere. You can fight, like, we know how to fight, but the moment is what gets to you. And for me, it showed me that the moment wasn't too big for me. You know what I'm saying? It was millions of people watching. All of Japan was watching and stuff like that, and it just showed me that I belonged there. So that's really what it was for me.
You would have adjusted looking back now, or during the fight, or even before the fight, or whatever.
I think the main thing I would have done, honestly, was not stay there too much. Because I was waiting for one punch, and yeah, we caught him with one punch, but then the punch never came. So, me staying there a little too much, and me being there waiting for that one punch was 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 the main thing, or is the main thing that I would change,
So would you
100%.
say he adjusted and then you didn't adjust back then? You didn't.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly, exactly. That's exactly what it was. That he adjusted to me and I didn't adjust to him. And that was the main, I think that's where the downfall started happening for in the fight. Because there was glimpses of me, like, okay, like when I started walking him back, I think it was the seventh. Okay, well, that was glimpses of me already. Okay, you know what? Like, that's a good game plan. Let's push him back. And then, but I was already tired. I was already worn out because I had absorbed all those punches. And again, I never got hurt in the fight. It was just mainly like the absorbing on the arms and all that stuff.
You've been talking a lot about making changes, obviously, in your camp, and you talked about the mistakes that you've been making over the years. What does a perfect fight look like against Robles coming up next week? What are you going to show that's different than what the adjustments that you've made?
I think more than anything, I'm gonna just show my level. You know what I'm saying? I really can't hold the phone real quick, bro. Hold it. More than anything, I can't necessarily, for me, a perfect fight would be to knock him out in less than 3. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the level I'm at. I'm not taking anything away from him, but to knock him out in less than 3 rounds would be, okay. You know what? It just shows like the levels of where I'm at and where he's at.
Well, if you have a message for your opponent, man, what would that be come December 18th?
I mean, more than anything, just to give to give the fans a good fight, and just to be ready because I'm prepared and I know he's gonna be prepared. Let's just go out there and give the fans a good fight, and yeah, that's it.
I see the box of presents behind you for kids. I'm glad we're getting a gift December 18th for Christmas. Appreciate seeing you again, Ramon.
Thank you guys.